I like to mix it up so people look around everywhere instead of just looking at, oh, I like this flower. They can look at everything as a whole picture. You get to see their expressions and notice, oh, they're happy with this, that's good. When you're looking at all the people and the customers, you have to see what's easier to get from the customer's point of view. So if they're a bit shorter, you need to make it easier to reach. You don't want to put something tall in front of something short. Mostly stay at the stall so I know what's going on and what needs to be done. There's not much time for shopping. So at the moment I'm going with my dad. He's quite helpful sometimes, though he likes to have a little talk everywhere. So he likes his newspapers. Not always together, because sometimes we're in the paddock or in the shed. Sometimes we're together bunching, so it's all right. Prefer to stay here and keep growing flowers. It's the passion, so why not? Later on, to have a little cafe at the front of the farm and have little tours, maybe some photo taking. Yeah, show off what we've got and how we're making it grow.
I'm actually born between the flowers. My parents, they are flower growers. As kids, we helped on the farm by our parents in the Netherlands, growing flowers, doing things. And in the time that I was 16 years old, I decided to go in a different direction and end up in the glasshouse building. For 25 years, I built glasshouses over the whole world. When I was almost 40, I think, that's it. Get enough of this, go back in the flowers. I was growing some flowers in Oakdale as a sideline, as a hobby. And the kids say, Dad, we want to grow flowers too. That is what we want. And Adrian was just 10 years old, Melanie 8 years old. And that actually inspired us to say, okay, as that's the case, I get some good years in me, we're moving to another property and set up a business. That's how it goes. The kids, they actually involved in it from the day that we start. It grows little bit by little bit. We get so our ups and downs. Adrian is completely different than Melanie, but it fill each other. It is like a jig puzzle. When the pieces come in the right direction, it works. I think that's the secret for a small little family business. Without forcing your kids and tell them what to do, just let them work on themselves, let them create their own path and see if they fit in the system.
It's great. There's ups and downs. It's family, that's how it is. Most of the days are good. Sometimes we all have our own ways of how we want to do stuff. Sometimes one person thinks we should do something this way, but we all have to come to a mutual understanding. We buy from the growers who grow the seedling for us, and then we are the next step where we take the seedling, we plant them, we nurture them, grow them, we pick them, we harvest them, we pack them, sort them out, and we bring them to the wholesaler. So we plant every week to make sure that we have flowers every week. You like the flowers at the beginning of the season, but a few months later you start to get tired of picking the same flower all the time. It gets boring and you're ready for the next plant the next season.
Me and Arno met in a farm. We were growing tulips and lilies, and I thought, I like flowers, so I studied in a community college, but I thought I'd like to know more and learn more. And so I went to TAFE and do floristry, so I can use what I can from the farm where we live, and I can make it into a business. We learn along the way. Through the years, the weather can be very harsh here. And Arno, coming from the Netherlands, everything there is grown in glass houses, temperature controlled. So we got a lot of native flowers here, grown outdoor, but we thought we need variety. So we decided we need glass houses and hot houses where we can grow the annuals and sensitive flowers. In 2015, I was mentally tired, or when we almost lost the farm. My immune system was affected, and then I had diabetes and I had allergies, so I stopped picking flowers. I'm now mainly in making the flower bouquets and arrangements, doing the orders for the markets as well. I like working on what's in season. I'm good with colors and texture, so I get so excited. It really is fulfilling when I'm making bouquets. I I get 2 or 3 kinds of leaves, foliage, and I got a lot of fillers from our paddock. The kids, Adrian and Melanie, they are our strength, physically and mentally. They are big support. I think me and Arno, we're growing old, and physically too, we're not that strong. And I think without the kids, we realize if they didn't go on board, we might not continue this.
The 4 of us, we cluster together, we share everything, and slowly on the business start to pick up. Now it's the kids come in, and they have another vision than my wife and me. They really want to get into it, and they see there's a future in it, there's a life in it. It's a life for 7 days in a week, but it works.